Hi everyone. We got back from the event there in Lindale, Texas on the Good of the Land. We all had a great time. Met a lot of nice people there. And before we actually went, a day before, Randy Cheney, he gifted us this Indy Square. I had no idea what an Indy Square was. I had to look it up on the internet. When I saw what it was, I thought, boy, that was a very generous gift on his part, so thank you very much for this, Randy. You'll be seeing this in a lot of future YouTube videos, and in this one I just want to demonstrate what it is. This is one of the blocks right here that we have that I'll be grinding in an upcoming video here, probably after this video. And you know, you can mount an indicator on. I got it turned here so that you can see it. This block is actually pretty darn square right from heat treat. It didn't distort near as much as what I thought it would, but you can check the squareness of your work with this. And I'll see if I can turn it and get another angle on there. This is how square it came off the mill. How square it come back. It didn't distort hardly at all from heat treat. I got, I think, a little deflection on this side. Yeah, so here you can see we got about a thou difference. Now, what I'm going to be doing in an upcoming video, I'll be squaring these blocks. I'm going to be shooting for 50 millionths, plus or minus 50 millionths, in the entire 5-inch range. It's 5 inches by 5 inches. We're going to make these blocks flat, parallel, and square, hopefully within 50 millionths of an inch or less. And I want to demonstrate how you can do that with just a few little tools. This is a squareness checker I made. You can mount your indicator on here, and we'll be using this one, and we'll be verifying results with the Indy Square. But this is where you can pivot with your indicator, and you can actually check the squareness counter at both ends. And if you got a nice flat surface, like a granite table, you have a surface grinder, and you have something that you can check the squareness with something, you can do these relatively simple. So I'm going to show you a technique to use that will get these extremely accurate, and then after we get the first one ground, I'll show you an easier way where you can actually use one of these squareness cubes to use it to square up a lot faster. Now, Randy also sent this, which I wasn't expecting. He sent us some of these, they're 5/8 18, yeah, 5/8 18 taps, so he sent those with us. And so we just, again, a big thank you for Randy. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. And Kat, did you get a bigger view of the entire square here? So you can see the whole thing. And again, this will be featured quite a bit in upcoming videos. Now this video, we're going to show the second half on our trip way back from Lindale, Texas, to some of my old stomping grounds in Calico Rock, Arkansas. We stopped off. I have a co-worker friend of mine that's retiring, and he'll be living down there. He's got a nice house, and so he invited us down there to stay with them overnight and get to see his property. And so he's pretty close, within about 30-40 miles of where my grandma and grandpa, when they were alive, they ended up having their retirement home there. And like I say, I spent a lot of time out there as a teenager helping them build the house. One of the other upcoming videos we're going to have, because these cubes were DC-53, I took this, it was made out of DC-53, and this is the V-block that goes off of our spin fixture. And I'll make a video grinding that. And I'm going to have to actually grind this sooner than what I thought, because one of the people that we met down in Lindale, Texas, many of you probably already seen some of his videos, but Keith Rucker. And we're going to build a special boring bar for him. He needs an Acme thread, 7/8 by 4, a left hand, to build a nut in his restoration of the Monarch lathe. And so we're going to help him out with that project. So we'll have a video getting this prepped, getting it squared up and ground real nice, and then we'll probably do some videos on the boring bar make itself too. So anyways, we hope you enjoyed the video. Some of the sites down there in Calico Rock, Arkansas, out by Tommy and Pat, they're just beautiful, beautiful sites. And if you ever get a chance to go in that part in the Ozark Mountains, I'd encourage you to just stop in and look at some of the natural beauty that you see all over the place there. Okay, this is Tom McWayne, a co-worker of mine, and his wife Pat, and their grandson Atlas, and they come out to this farm. They just love it. The grandson comes down with them all the time, and he calls this his second home.
This is his house.
Yeah, and but they invited us. They knew that we're going to Texas, and then on the way back up, they were kind enough to invite us to come out and see their property and spend the night and break up the trip and
ride quads.
And ride quads, yeah. We've been having a great time, and so at work I can hear Tommy talking about this place all the time. It's great. My grandpa and grandma had a retirement house built that I helped them build. Oh, that's probably about 40 years ago. When I was about 18. In fact, that's about how long I've known Tommy and Pat. But they're about 30 minutes from here, and so we're going to probably, on the way back, we're going to probably stop by there and see the house that I helped build for Grandpa and Grandma, show a little footage of that, and you can see some of my old stomping grounds. I spent a whole summer between the 11th and 12th grade down here with Grandpa and Grandma, helped building their house, and that's some of the best memories of my entire life.
You fell in love with the hills.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If I could have made a living down here, I'd be here in a heartbeat. And we are considering, hopefully maybe sometime in the future, if things work out, we're kind of really considering the Missouri side of the Ozark Mountains. If we can find something over there, we'll probably
Arkansas.
we'll probably be moving there. We'll be close enough because we can drive back and forth and visit quite often. So we just want to thank Tommy and Pat for the hospitality, taking us in, giving us a super nice breakfast, and letting us enjoy this land and just getting to see it. I've heard it talked about so much, but being able to see it now, I tell you, that's a lot more special.
Now you know why I fell in love with it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you did Grandpa's house.
Oh yeah, yep.
Grandpa's place.
Yep, yeah, this is a beautiful place. We didn't film it. We'll probably show some other film, but they got a river. You say you have 200 foot of...
1,000 feet river footage.
Okay. River's footage just right behind their house there. So yeah, we'll try to get some pictures of that too. Here we got on one part of Tommy's property, he's doing a little clearing here. He's got some brush piles he's got to clean up. Here he's got, he's your neighbor, right, Tommy? He's 70 years old. And he does this work on the side, and he does, what was it? Logging for a living. 70 years old. This is Calico Rock, Arkansas. This is Lookout Bluff. We're going to walk up to it, and there's a huge drop-off right down the White River there. My grandpa and grandma, we built them a house before they passed away, probably between between a quarter and a half mile that way. And I can remember as a teenager, me and some of my cousins, we would walk down to the river, Right River, and walk along the shore up to the bottom, and then we climb up the side of this bluff. We'll go take a look at it now. Now you want to be careful over here. I wouldn't get too much closer at them. But you can see the bluff. You come over, this is a pretty famous spot. Maybe Adam can pan kind of around, let you see. This is White River. You got Norfolk Dam that they generate power from, and this river's got a rock bottom. The water is crystal clear, and when they have it dammed up over there, you can walk all the way across this river in a lot of places and wade about waist deep, and then you have deep holes from place to place. Shames that you have when you come and see this beauty of nature right here. You got people who destroy this with this graffiti, thinking that they're adding to it or putting their mark, or I don't know what it is, but I mean they destroy the beauty. I mean, these people they just demonstrate that they're no more useful than a pimple on a hemorrhoid. You get a scene like this and you put up with this graffiti, it just in my opinion, it takes away from what we have here. It doesn't add to it, and these people, they're just too self-important, you know, to come over here and just do something like this. It's a shame. Yeah, this is Jack's Creek right here. I've spent many hours of my life in this creek. Grandpa's house is just up the hill. We don't have permission to take pictures of it. I don't know if we can or not. So, but anyhow, I used to play in this creek. If you follow this creek and go about a quarter mile down, there's numerous waterfalls, little ones, and then it will go into White River, where we saw up on the bluff. And so we're on the bridge, and we go to the other side.
We played on this side too, didn't we?
Yeah. And so you see all the little fish over there. Look at them, schools of them. So this is the other creek, and one of my fishing spots. A couple of them actually. I'd go upstream, and there used to be some deep holes going up here that I used to catch a lot of nice fish out of. And there was cow pastures over here. A lot of times you see the cows out here. There used to be some neighbors across the other side that worked, the father worked for the forestry. We got to be good friends with his two boys. And but yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. Again, some of the fondest memories of my life is spending that entire summer with my grandpa and grandma between 11th and 12th grade down here. Like I say, it was just, I didn't even want to go back up north to finish school. I wanted to stay here. But again, it brings back so many memories. It's just nice to see it again. it.